guidance of the state-owned companies, and we do work on that. Şevki has heard the request.
Kind request to the board of Ukrainian Railways from the National Bank of Ukraine.
So the only person at the panel who never spoke whether Ukraine needs the state-owned banks and for how long is Mr. Andriy. So could you comment very short, please, because I do hope the audience has the questions already after we almost wrote the whole state policy of ownership. I will try to be as short as possible. In a nutshell, it seems to me that privatization is not a unique exercise. It has been coped by all of the countries of the European Union, of the Eastern Europe, and rather successfully. We need lots of things to analyze, what to watch. The only thing is, really, the state has defined about the further fate of the strategy of the development of banking sector as it is. So it defines how the functions will be distributed, or the commercial burden onto the banking sector will be distributed, knowing that the priority of the state exit out of the 100% shareholders' ownership is still there. As for the monopoly, well, you know, it's a very complicated topic for us, because you know that Oshchadbank has a very long history of relationship with the state-owned companies, and it has been diverse, rather different. We cannot say that the delay, and especially of the state monopolies, is zero. That's an efficient market of expiration. We want expiry of period, we want to work with it, and we have certain competency. This competency has been verified by our partners, even from the European Bank of Reconstruction and Development, knowing that they have a very certain requirement for the volume of the state portfolio in the credit portfolio should decrease. We should diversify ourselves, and we are working actively on that, the small and medium business and the retail. But whether the competency on the work with the big corporate segment should stay, I'm sure it should stay. Yes, we really own this competency, and we want to develop it. Whether this cooperation between the state banks and the state monopoly creates certain non-market conditions, my answer is no, it does not. Because for today, the state monopolies engage the credits resources using the tender procedure. Look at Prozoro and look, just watch. The state and owned enterprises EBRD has the Prozoro request, and you can see everything in the online mode. Why the tender procedures is not used by other banks with the Western capital, with the commercial capital? I've got a rhetorical question, so let it be open for the audience. We are working in this segment, we are working rather efficiently. The National Bank consciously and totally consequently going with certain waivers. Those waivers, which are historical, they are being decreased. I'd like to remind you one thing. Oshchadbank, of an example of 2014, had 20 billion of pre-term funding. The Oshchadbank of 2017, 0 loans of refunding. Everything came back. As for the issue of the social function, you know, it is a very painful topic for me. I wanted to share the monopoly with the commercial banking sector in the gray zone. You know, along the perimeter of the anti-terroristic operation. Why not? I don't see Raiffeisen there, I don't see Ukrzaliznytsia there. Where are you, dear colleagues? Let us work there. We are having the certain technology which can be given, and you can just look at that. Those are moving outlets, and they have really nicely equipped rooms where you can hide during the shelling, both the clients and the workers. The routes are working, the regulations. Just take it, use it. Where are you? So take this monopoly from us, please. So this is the situation. It is a bit controversial, I would say. If we're speaking about the privatization, yes. If we speak about that, it can't be happening just at an instant. We should think about that. One more thing I'd like to announce here about the Ukrainian post office, Ukrposhta. I do not understand the economic sense of this discussion around the creation of another state bank. Please deal with the 4 state-owned banks which exist already and then create another one. If we speak about the social function, let us work on collaboration first. We are ready. Our suggestions are on the table of all of the heads of Ukrainian Post Office since 2014. I personally signed several memorandums. If you don't like them, let's work together and develop some different ones. Let's not create one more bank. It's not needed for the work in the rural areas. For the social function, let's work on the technological issues. Let's work on the technologies of the teleserving. Let's work together and calculate and distribute the client flows. But all of that is work which we need to take. And the last issue. Who will have the responsibility on the preparation of privatization plan? My answer, the supervisory board. The formed supervisory board of highly qualified experts, 6 independent directors, 3 dependent ones. We will cooperate with them. But honestly speaking, I'm apologizing, but this is the zone of responsibility of the supervisory board. We have what to say, we have certain plans, but again, in this part, I really would like to have an opportunity as the head of the board to share the responsibility and to involve the experts which need to be in the supervisory board. I do hope for that so much. And there is nothing ironic in that. I'm totally sincere with you.